Okay, there we go. Hello, hello. How are you? All right, so hopefully this is working. Yes, fantastic. All right, so I'm opening in my kitchen again just to share what I'm cooking tonight and what I'll be probably having for the next maybe 2 days for different meals. So this is a Jamaican dish. It's Jamaican saltfish and cabbage. All right, so you can make it. I guess you can make it vegetarian without the saltfish. You can make it with using beans. I guess tofu. I have not tried it, but I can safely assume it probably tastes just as good. So I'm gonna go ahead and make it with a saltfish, which is like traditional fish. All right, and Jamaican breakfast and even dinner. I got it in a package. It's actually in some of the stores is called pollock, as you see, or bacalao, depending on what culture. You can get it fresh. You can get it raw. So I've soaked it for 2 days. You can really soak it for one, that's fine. Or boil it is the quickest way. You can boil it right away and cook it right away. So I soaked it and I kind of pulled it apart. It should tear apart basically once you soak it. Okay, so what I have here is, hopefully my sound is working now. So what I have here is, actually we don't need this. This is just scraps. This is the easiest way to cook to keep clean, is just have a bowl for scraps. And then kind of put that to the side. All right, so what I have is, I'm going to start with my pot. You don't see it, but here it is. All right, nice and hot. It has like a light oil. I have grapeseed oil. You can use whatever oil you want. But now that is hot on medium heat. I'm going to go ahead and add my onions. I'm using red onions because more the color, more better. I don't know how to bring you over here. I guess I'd show you at each step. So I added my onions. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add actually let me sweat my onions out a little bit. And while my onions are sweating, I'm going to add my seasoning. Let me get a spoon. Hold on. I'm just tossing my onions a little bit. They're sticking together. And I left some in the bowl. You don't want that. It's a waste of money. Alright. Oh, now I can smell my onions. So now that I can smell them, I'm going to go ahead and add my seasoning. So what's in here is black pepper. What did I put in here? Thyme. And actually I'm just going to add oregano. Oregano is not traditional to like Jamaican saltfish, but I've been putting it in everything. And I just put a little bit because it's pretty strong. If you're not used to the flavor, don't do it. Or you can try a little bit. Definitely do a little bit at a time. I'm also gonna add with my spice, I'm gonna add Scotch bonnet. So Scotch bonnet is the secret to most Jamaican dishes. Scotch bonnet. If you want it spicy, cut it open. If you don't want it spicy, leave it as is. The flavor will kind of like absorb. The flavor from the skin will absorb in your dish. So it's up to you. Choose your spice level. Just know that when you cut it open, use some gloves. Don't touch your eyes. It's going to be a mistake. It's not going to be nice. It is just not. So I'm going to do a little trick. I'm not going to put on gloves. I'm just going to hold the stem and then kind of cut it open because I do want a little bit of spice. Just a little bit. So I froze a few of my Scotch bonnets over this summer, so I think they're not as potent, so I basically slit it in 2 places. And then now I'm gonna add my seasoning. This is a new way of cooking. Alright. I feel like I have to show you guys to get a visual. Alright, I'm gonna add, this is my chopped bell peppers. I was trying to show you how I chop them. It's like really dirty chop, but meaning messy. It's not anything organized, but alright. So that is that. Just make sure I get a nice covering. And then I'm gonna also add in, I'm gonna go ahead and add my tomatoes. I use cherry tomatoes, but you can use whatever tomatoes you have. I just had cherry tomatoes and I didn't, obviously, for obvious reasons, it's not grocery day. So I didn't want to just go buy tomatoes just for this. I already have these. So use what you have. Alright, so this is it. I'm going to leave it on medium heat still. So what I have left is my garlic. I didn't put that in yet. And then I have my cabbage. What else? Alright, so while that's cooking, I want it to cook for like 5 minutes or so. The next thing, I'm going to have this tonight with some, oh, my brain. Some sweet potato. I already chopped the sweet potato, so here it is. I'm going to put it in the dish. Alright, garlic out the way. So my sweet potato. So traditionally, or at least when I grew up, you have it with yam, like a nice sweet yam. You have it with some boiled dumpling, some fried dumpling. Because I'm home, like most of you guys, I can't see who's in here right now, or because I'm home, I'm trying not to eat too much flour, but I will probably make some dumplings tomorrow. If I'm feeling inspired, I'll may go live with the dumplings. I'll boil some dumplings. Alright, so this is it in the middle. I'm still cooking. It smells so good. Alright, so this is my chopped sweet potato. I try to chop it in the same similar size. I mean, obviously you can't get it too perfect. But the reason for that is so it can cook evenly. Because you don't want one to be cooked and one not to be cooked. So if you cook one cut one a little bit bigger than the other, one may be raw. So do your best. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little cooking oil. Here again, a grapeseed, just a little. And then I'm gonna use a spoon. Do I have a spoon here? Yep. I could just use my hands. I don't know what I'm doing. What are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, I was using my spoon and I'm basically making sure all the sides are coated. That's pretty much it. With a little bit of oil. I don't have to go crazy adding oil. Just a little bit. And I'll show you. I don't know if you could see. This one's probably better. So can you see it? No. No. Okay, this looks a little oily and then this looks dry. I just want to sop up that oil so it's not, so every side is basically like moisturized, like moisturizing your skin. You know when you put on lotion in the morning after the shower, you just want to make sure all that skin, and you've noticed I kept the skin on. That's the best part. That is the absolute best part. I mean, you can peel it if you want. The skin has a lot of fiber in it, which helps with slowing down the effects of having too glycemic index. Basically, layman's terms, if you're having this with the traditional dumpling, let me turn my fire down, like white, it has made of white flour, you want to have a little bit of fiber with your carbs, so it kind of slows that down, and in turn it's healthier. So keep the skin on if you want. It's up to you. It gets really soft. I set my oven already on 350, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that in. It may not be done by the time we're done with this live, but I will post a picture. So you can see it's a little bit golden, like cooked in. So now this is a perfect time to go ahead and add my garlic. Alright. So I added my garlic. Looks really good. Alright, so then I'm going to let that cook. Oh, I turned it low. Nope. I want to put it at a 5. No, like a 4. Alright, so then the last thing, I think we're back. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and add my saltfish in. Okay. Not all of it. Some of it I'm going to use for something another time. I just wanted to prepare it. So I'm going to take some out and add. You can't see this part, but this saltfish is a little chummy. I don't know if I like this brand. It's a little soft. It should be a little bit thicker than this, but it's okay. So I'm just adding my pieces of saltfish, and I'll show you in a second. Let me just get it going. Now here's the saltfish here. Alright, lastly I'm going to add my cabbage. Alright, here you go. Alright, so I'm just going to cover it up and let it cook. Let you see it before I cover it. Just cover it up and let it cook for maybe another 15 minutes. And when it's done, I will post a picture. Alright, hope everybody's healthy and happy and taking care of yourself. Alright, be well, enjoy.